Alright guys, as you can see, we're officially back in Connecticut with the rig, and I've kind of got a crazy story. So, believe it or not, I've actually spent the entire day yesterday at the airport because I had a flight and it got delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. Got there at 4:30, I was sitting on the plane until midnight when the pilot was like, yo, my time is up, I legally can't fly you guys anymore, and they had to cancel the flight. I guess there were some gnarly winds or something like that, and all the other flights got taken the next day for going into New York, which is where I was flying into, so I wound up having to schedule with another airline, got a flight out at 6 a.m., slept in the airport on a bench until 6 a.m. to fly in, had to fly into Bradley, drove across Connecticut to get my truck and trailer, just because I want to drive this stupid private day because I've been dying to drift. So I got the Skyline and we're gonna go drive with Jimmy. Also, pro tip, I put socks in a pair of shorts, used that as a pillow, slept with my backpack straps under me so no one could steal my stuff without me knowing, and I like tucked my phone underneath my arm on a charger so the alarm would go off and I wouldn't miss my flight. Great experience. So the same wind that made me miss my flight also blew off a lot of the pretty leaves, so I missed a lot of them, but of course I picked the most scenic part to say that doesn't look like I lost any leaves. So pretty. Look at it. Oh, it takes a little while though.
Oh yeah.
She's slow, girl.
A little slow.
I made it.
I'm proud.
Slept on a bench just to be here. Thank you.
I'm happy you're here.
Did you save me tires for the E30?
Yeah. I've been playing it easy tonight, so I'm waiting for you.
Mr. Tuner Oaks might help me diagnose a couple things on this before it heads back down to Florida.
Jimmy Marsh.
Jimmy Marsh. So unfortunately, because of that whole flight situation, I've only got 2 hours at the track, and after one lap, the car was feeling a little funny, so I took a, ow, what is that? Ow. Just got attacked. Yeah, that tie rod, she's a little bent. So unfortunately, this car has a modified tie rod, so I'm gonna have to like cut one to length. My hand just died. All right, that sucks. That's no bueno, no bueno, no bueno. Now we just bend it back.
Having fun there, kid?
No, I hate cars, I hate life. My neck hurts, my back hurts, but I'm having a great time.
Everything's great, no bad days, baby.
When you're in good company, nothing matters.
Yeah, you think that about me? Adam did an oopsie daisy and forgot his rack spacer.
It was gonna be impossible to get this stupid thing back in the rack. And that's not a lot of threads to have in my rack.
We won't talk about it.
Made that for you?
Ooh, well, if you don't fix it, you could always drive the 30.
I'm gonna drive the 30 regardless.
Fair enough.
I want you to drive this.
True.
What an animal! Holy shit! It's a fucking gangster, dude. I'm glad I jokingly told Jimmy to film because I was gonna throw a backy, because I did, and I think it's the best one I've ever done in the R32. It just worked. The car feels so much better. I think I've been driving with a bent tie rod for like the past 2 months because it feels like an entirely different car driving around. I think I've been driving it with a messed up for a while. I have no idea what to expect. Oh, this thing rips! This thing's fun! Whoa! Sorry.
God, I'm gonna slide out of the seat.
These brakes need to be bled. This thing's fun. Wow. It's not me, I promise. It's these brakes are very weird. As you guys could see, I got pretty comfortable in Jimmy's car very, very fast. But driving it around a bit more, I started to really figure out the track. It is a little bit underpowered, so you just kind of have to get the perfect line to link this first corner here. But it feels very good on transition, very, very easy to drive. The steering's very light. It's got plenty of torque. Needed a little bit of a clutch kick on transition, which I think is good because that's a sign that the car is pretty gripped up. Maybe could use a little bit softer suspension, and the brakes could use a little dialing in. But for my first E30 I've ever driven, I was blown away at how easy it was to drive and how fun and kind of zippy it was, being such a little, small, nimble car. So I definitely like it. I did a little bit of playing around with tandeming, which you guys will see in this clip. I'm pretty sure that Jimmy's car has an M50 in it, and I believe that makes around 200 horsepower. I will say comparatively to like a 350Z, it feels very similar power-wise, and as you can see, it hung with the Z pretty well. Although I would say that E30 was a bit more fun because of how nimble and quick it was on transition, and how light and fun the steering felt. Here's my theory. Even though we have a bump stop built in, my wheel is actually hitting this tie rod, and that's what's bending it. I think when I do those reverse entries, there's so much flex that the wheel ends up hitting this, even though it doesn't in the air or on the ground. It ends up hitting the tie rod, and it just destroys it. So then the car drives like crap for the rest, and that's why Jimmy was having a hard time, because when this bends, the car gets like a ridiculous amount of toe out. And I probably did this, it probably wasn't Jimmy, but that's still crazy. I know you're a little bit bummed about how the R32 drove. So, do you see what the problem was? So my bump stop is in a line, right? And the wheel is smacking that tie rod.
Oh my god, I feel so bad.
No. Because I test drove it and it drove amazingly.
Okay.
And
I was using a lot of angle. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but what I'm saying is, I mean, I was throwing backies like when I was testing it, and I probably bent it again.
Oh
so,
my god!
Look at it! Look at my wheel, dude!
Oh my god! That's crazy! Look at this thing.
I was wondering why it felt so weird, because I was struggling. It would bind. Dude, it's probably got like 2 inches of toe out right now.
Okay, because that makes me feel a little better, because I was driving this and I was like, this isn't that easy, and I'm freaking exhausted. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because I know you always said I had stiff steering, but I didn't. Oh, there you go.
Well, so maybe in your video, since you're gonna make my car look like poop, you should disclaim that.
Yeah, I'll make it like
I'll need some re-engineering. Since I'm gonna be gone for a while, this is probably going to officially be the last event that I'll drive the R32 at up here. It is going down to Florida for this year's open house, which is still kind of TBD for dates and announcements and everything. I want to have all my cars in Florida at once, so this car is going to end up going down to Florida along with the Evo and the Porsche. So I wanted to get one last run in with it, and unfortunately I found a few little weak points. It's looking like my drain back for the oil pan is kind of leaking a little bit, so I'll need to evaluate that. I need to fix the tie rod issue, a couple other minor things, but it was a decent testing day for me to figure out some more stuff with this car. I know I definitely didn't do the best job of filming. Guys, give me a break on this in that whole situation with the airport and everything. I'm low on sleep. I'm happy I got to the track. I got to hang out with Jimmy a little bit before I leave forever. I'm just gonna enjoy the roads and the last bit of driving I can do with the Porsche before I bring it back down to Florida on the back roads. So anyway, let me know what you guys want to see from my last couple days in Connecticut. I'll do my best, but it is gonna be a chill couple days. I'm more focused on just spending time with friends and hanging out than anything, and then we're off to Australia and Japan. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this little short video, and hopefully the footage turned out decent. So anyway, later.